Welcome everyone to ChessWhiz TV episode 380. Today is August 13th. Usually I don't say that, but today there's a marathon going on the chess.org right now. A marathon is a tournament that's going on for 24 hours, so only insane people play the entire marathon. But because it's been going on right now for like 12 or 13 hours, everyone's super tired. It's a perfect time for me to join in. So let's go over there and see how it's doing. You can see there's actually several streamers, 5 streamers right now streaming this marathon. So I might as well join it too. You can see big 2017 summer marathon. Feel free if you're watching this live to click that link and join the marathon with us. Take a look at how long this has been going. It is now at 8 minutes. You can see up there 8 minutes, 8 hours, 55 minutes remaining. So much chess going on. So I'm going to go ahead and berserk my first couple games just to get the ball rolling. Berserking simply means taking half the time. Oh, wow. It's a 3-minute marathon. So now I just have a minute and a half for the whole game. Let's take here and push here. 1 minute and 30 seconds for the whole game. So if you click Berserk, you get an extra point if you win the game in the tournament. However, you start with half the time. So you can see I'm pretty low on time. See if we can get some sound here. I'll attack that, I guess. Okay, I hear some sound. That's perfect. So I only have 1 minute for the whole game. Have to be careful with that. Bring the knight out. Bring out the rooks. Very peaceful looking chess position here. Symmetrical pawns nearly. But I will play this rook. And I don't know what I'll do. I'll play g3. I think it's kind of weird, but my plan is to put the queen inside here, and then I can bring my knight around. Why not? I am the white player, so I should have a little bit of an advantage here with the first move, the extra move. I'm going to try to keep some pieces on the board. This player's only rated 1500, and so hopefully they'll make a nice mistake for me. Maybe this is one, because it does create this hole, but he has a lot of pieces guarding that hole, so I don't think that's good enough in and of itself. Let's keep watching here. Waiting for that hole to show up. Okay. 1 minute now. So people have been playing this tournament for so long that there's plenty of exhausted players. Now, is that free? That looks like I could take that for free. Pawn takes, bishop takes. I'm okay. Okay, thank you very much, 1500 rated player. You moved your knight where I could take it. Way to go. That was wonderful. Definitely appreciate that. Having the 2 bishops is very nice against bishop and knight because they attack all things. The last thing I need to do to seal in my victory is checkmate him, and then I'll pretty much be there. Oh, more free things. Perfect. I'll offer a rook trade. This isn't an amazing move. I'm simply ahead, so I'm offering the trade. In and of itself, it's kind of bad, but make the trade first, and then I guess I'll capture with bishop. It's a bad bishop, but when you're ahead like 100 pieces, it doesn't matter so much. Ah, feeling good today. How you guys doing? I've been through quite an experience. Usually I get to bed around 11 o'clock at night, but this week I had one night where I stayed up almost till, ooh, thank you for the queen, till 3 o'clock in the morning. My own decision, of course, but still, that really shook up my schedule. I didn't get a chance later to sleep in to make up for that time. I just, got up at the normal time. So I'm just kind of permanently ingrained now into myself a slight sleep deficit, which maybe that wasn't a good idea. Let's berserk this game too. How bad could it be? French defense. And I wouldn't recommend that. I actually think that if you... Ooh, cool. Ooh, cool. Ooh, cool. If you are so smart as to... Uh-oh. Huh. Stay up late. You should make up for it. I'm going to get a lot of things for this. See, that's my move. Yeah, his knight. Oh, don't checkmate me. No, don't checkmate me. How can I not get checkmated here? He's threatening mate right there. What if I play this? It guards everything? Okay, that's a bold and crazy idea. The knight move was safer, but he could just take here, and I didn't like that. So this is pretty funny. If he checks me, I get his knight, and I'm barely surviving with knight g1 afterward. Okay, he's extricating his knight. Play here. 44 seconds on the clock. If I can get a queen trade, I'll be down the exchange, but I've got a lot of extra pawns. A lot. I think this is my move. I think it's pretty important to keep that bishop out. Check, and I'll play up. Now the knight is under attack. Does he have to play the knight back now? He may have to. I might have a chance of trapping that knight, actually, after knight g3. Oh, this is so interesting. Somebody blundered, and now it's exciting. Such is life. I would not recommend staying up till 3 a.m. I actually think that... Okay, I'm taking this now. Perfect. I recovered from the attack. Probably didn't deserve to do so well, but hey, I'm doing well, so I'm not complaining. He's got 2 rooks. It's not very many. Why does he have so few? Offer trade. 27 seconds on the clock. Got to finish off this game here. I've got 2 pieces for the rook. 20 seconds. Oops. That was a serious mistake. There, that fixed it. 17 seconds. The clock is important. Yep. A difficulty for you to stop this pawn. 15 seconds on the clock. He should take my knight because my pre-move would be a big blunder. Yeah, smart move there, because if I'm pre-moving the push, then he picks up the pawn. But I wasn't. I was being careful. Yes. We now know, finally, that smoking is bad for you. It seems so obvious now that smoking causes your lungs to not do as well, but just 100 years ago, smoking was very popular as a social activity, and it wasn't known that it was so unhealthy, at least not well known. Should I berserk this? Yes, let's win 3 games in a row. And I think in the same way, let's play King's Gambit, sleep deprivation or simply not getting enough sleep at night is going to have the same effects. Right now, we're like, oh, well, if I need to study for the test tomorrow, I'll pull an all-nighter, no big deal, I'll recover. But I think we're going to discover more and more that there's free bishop, adverse health effects to staying up, and not recovering. I'm feeling those effects right now, so maybe that's why I'm having that theory. But generally speaking, sleep is a very healthy activity. Undersleeping chronically can definitely cause some health problems. Thanks for all the free things, buddy. You're so friendly. Fantastic. I think I'll castle queenside just for a little extra oomph. Oh, offer this instead. Fine, I won't castle. Just get those rooks in the game. There's not much left on the board. Castling is such an important activity, moving the king like this or like this. So important. Almost every game, every good player does it. However, when there's not much left on the board, I guess it's optional. I mean, if you're not going to get checkmated because the other guy has nothing, I guess this move was silly. Whatever it was, rook f1. But I'm ahead of piece, so I'm not complaining. In fact, I'm boasting. I'm ahead of piece, guys. I'm so good. I'm really good. Let's move here. Just so that doesn't happen. Oh, why don't I just take that? I'm such a doofus, but I'm a really good doofus. I'm one of the best doofuses around, in fact. Yeah, I was staying up. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I don't regret it. That's the funny thing about such things. Making a bad choice and not regretting it is pretty common. Use your king in an endgame. I think your king is worth the same as a bishop. It sounds kind of dumb. I wouldn't trade my king for a bishop, I guess, but I really believe that it's of similar value in terms of its ability to take things like this pawn here. It can do it and bishops can do it. They can both do it, if you know what I mean. So one of the techniques you can use once you've got the position like this is to make sure that no pre-move is good for your opponent. No matter what he does, there's nothing in danger. And then you can safely pre-move. Sorry, I just mean no move. So when the pawns were like this, his pawn here, my pawn's here, he could take this with a red arrow, of course. And then I need to react by recapturing back. If I don't capture back, he will capture again and win. So by resolving that position, it's much, much smarter to resolve that position, because then your opponent can't make a threat in one move, and so he can't suddenly surprise you with a threat that you didn't notice when you start moving fast. So keep in mind, when you're in a simple position like this, make sure your opponent has no threats. It makes it a lot easier to win safely. So 11 points now, win, 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 3-3-5, looking good. Hello to those in the chat. Let's play another Berserk here. Another thing that is super unhealthy that we're just learning about, along with sleep deprivation, is sitting for long periods of time throughout your life. And that's a very bad one to discover, because I do a lot of sitting, man. It's very bad. But sitting causes you to die, put simply. And so it's very important to not sit for too much time. It's actually as bad. The study came out and said, oh, sitting is like the new smoking, you know? And I actually think that's kind of true. So what I recommend doing is getting up. Thanks for the free stuff. I love chess. My opponents are just so generous in chess. It's my favorite game. Let's see what happens next. Set a timer. I have the unfortunate and fortunate fortune of having a profession where I sit. It's very nice to just be able to sit down and do my work. But it comes with those job hazards. Is that a free bishop? No, he could also take my bishop. But now I saved my knight. So I guess it was a free bishop after all. I think he should have taken that, because he'd be threatening that, but whatever. I'll play c5 next. My opponents are so generous. Oh, maybe trade rooks was better. It doesn't matter. What I'm doing is called wimplifying. It's similar to simplifying. The difference is your opponent doesn't want you to do it, so he calls it something else to insult you. At least he knows he shouldn't trade. But it's not going to help him. 35 seconds. Oh, interesting choice. Interesting move. What should I do? Maybe I should resign. This is very serious. I'll start with this. Then I'll play this. Then I'll play this. So my opponent has no moves that are a threat. So I can just make all these pre-moves. It's fantastic. Let's make more of this. More queens. I could use some extra queens. Stalemate the guy. It's probably enough queens to checkmate. Good game. Own time too. Own in time. I like that game. But if you didn't give away pieces for free, it might have been more interesting. Is my shoulder covering up my rooks? I'm constantly having this problem. Don't really like that. All right, can we berserk this game? No, it's our first non-berserk. We're playing a 2100 and my opponent berserk. So I have 3 minutes to play this game. My opponent only has 90 seconds to make all his moves. This is my chance to beat someone higher rated, because right now I'm 2043. These are rated blitz games. Let's see how I can do. So I'm actually just going to play a very peaceful game here. Very symmetrical game with no advantage at all for either side, because that seems fun to me. There's 2 good squares for the bishop. They're both good. I will choose the pin. Wonderful. How you guys doing today? Let's open up the chat, see what's going on. I entered late. ChessWhiz says Sammy Jr. won. Lucky for me. Yes, I did enter this marathon late. For those of you just joining us, we're playing a 24-hour marathon, and we started 10 minutes ago, and we'll stop 10 minutes from now, so it doesn't really matter. I'm liking this move. Yeah, it's not really a marathon for me. I think he might have some trouble. Or I could even play this with the pin. Could I get anything from that? He just fianchettos, maybe not. Ah. I'm liking this. He plays g5. I take with check. I don't get anything from that. But what if I play this right now? Oh. Oh, yeah, this is exciting. This is exciting. So if he takes my knight, I could recapture with bishop with this threat, and I don't think he would want all that to be happening. Because look at that. Then I take the knight, then I take the rook. If I try to move discovery somehow, I mean, my bishop's under attack. I could play here, attacking his queen. That seems good. If I play here, attacking his queen, and then I can take the knight back, then I would end up ahead of pawn. That's pretty good. But if I take this piece, he takes my knight, then I take this piece, he takes my bishop, then I take this rook, that seems even better for me. I'm going to do that. I mean, I even have two attackers here, just for fun. Not that it really matters. So, I'm ahead the exchange and a pawn. He's going to try to checkmate me, I think. What a crazy idea. Now we're each down to 1 minute. I want to beat this guy. I just have to stop this attack. He does have, open files and pieces pointing in my direction. Save the bishop. But I'm ahead the exchange and a pawn. It should be enough. What if I play c3, d4? That's probably smart. Get that enemy bishop out of there. Oh, so much for enemy bishop out of there. Rook e1 ought to do the trick. Yeah, good play. Let's play rook e1, then we can play rook g1. Pretty interesting offense defense situation here. He's got all of his pieces pointed at me, but I don't think he can win. Queen f2 is my next move. Oh, clever, I guess. I did not think of that. Still, he doesn't have enough to win. I think I'm fine this way. I could just take that. I think. I will. It looks safe. I'm still winning, right? Oh, now I have 12 seconds to his 20. Oops, that wasn't a very good move. He made a mistake too, though. Oh no, that's my mistake. Oops, that's a bigger mistake. No, I think I've lost now. Yeah. Clock matters. Ah, oh, too many blunders. Too many blunders, too little time. Oh, so actually I think back here in this position, it was a mistake to take that bishop. I did go from being ahead the exchange and a pawn to just being ahead in this position. I'm ahead a pawn. Should be enough to win, especially with rook g1 trade rooks. I should be able to win this. Oh, that's annoying. Could have won that game. Clocks matter. Watch out for clocks. The thing about that game, though, is that he's the one that berserked, and I'm the one that lost. Very terrible. Oh, second place is just not good enough for me. Not in a two-player game. How you guys doing? I realize that the YouTube audience has a difficult time communicating to me in real time. Yeah, I mean, all you're doing is seeing the... Oh, I didn't berserk. Let's play in advanced French. That should be fun. all you're doing is seeing the recording afterward, but you can still communicate with me. I actually, and this should please you greatly, I actually get a message on my phone every time there's a comment on the YouTube video. Every time. This is a cool move. So if you want to communicate with me, put a message on the YouTube channel and I will read it with these eyes. These are the ones, but I'm actually going to change my eyes out in 2 weeks. So you should hurry with your comment. Do you want to know how I'm doing that? How am I changing my eyes out? What should I do with the rest of my pieces? Let's do this way. It's because cells, what cells do is they divide and then they die. So I literally will have different eye cells. Unlike this. See this thing, it's been the same for years. I don't want to trade that for that. But I will. Sad. Oh no, I'm going to get myself skewered. Is there anything I can do about that? I'd rather be skewered than lose a piece. Skewer me! That's terrible. My chess has been very poor this game. I mean, I played the advanced French and then I just tangled up my pieces over here on the queen side. Awful, awful situation. and then I got, I don't know, I got hungry or something. Not feeling too good. I need a little spice to shake up this game. I feel like a man with one arm right now, having one rook. You know how... I don't know, maybe I can't make that analogy work, but feeling like I have one rook, I can't challenge the open file, it's just a very weird feeling. Fortunately, I can get checkmated. No! I'm not the smartest guy on the block today. This is just a back rank checkmate. There's nothing I can do about it. But the next game, I'm going to play really, really well. Do you want to see what moves I'm going to make next game? Just stick around and I'll show you. I'm going to berserk this game and I'm going to play brilliant moves on the opponent's turn. Watch this. Oh, it's his turn? Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm ready. Go ahead, make your move. Oh, brilliant move was just made by... Oh, brilliant move. There we go. Oh, it's an exchange. Okay. Exchange French. What I like to do is put my knight here. What this does is it makes the enemy bishop have nowhere it can go. Look at that. It can't go here very well. I mean, if it does, I can just kick it. And can't go here very well. I could take it for free. And this is such a bad square. It's blocked by its own pawn. In conclusion, it's awful. And look what he did. He moved it to a bad square. Just keep moving things around. Actually thinking of this. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm thinking about it right now. Is it my turn? Okay, I'll do it. Gotta watch out for this tension. Don't overlook it entirely. Make some stupid move. He might play queen e2. I think that would be awful. He should play rook e1, I think. Trade. So with this kind of position, what you need to do is bring in the rest of your pieces. I haven't yet brought my rook in the game, so that's the next focus. Capture with knight seems good. And let's play the next knight up, I think. I'm actually threatening to fork him. Which I think any move he makes will stop the fork, just because, I mean, well, I guess he could play king f1 and get forked, but most of his moves that make any sense would also defend him. I only have 47 seconds on my clock. I definitely need to move quickly. He plays back, which does defend the fork. Let's play here. Remove that recapture. Running low on time here. Now his rook's under attack. Oh, this rook I meant. You're wrong, rook, man. I was talking about your other rook. Oh, your other rook, man. You're having a rook problem here. He had a stutter there, and suddenly his rooks collapsed. That was better than his lungs, I guess, but it's still pretty serious. Mohammed Dresa is in the chat. He's number 78 on this list. I am number 2,236. So he's doing significantly better. I'm going to have to go check that out. 78 is very good. Should I berserk this game? Yes, because I love running out of time. I probably shouldn't, actually, because the only thing I'm going to take away from this marathon is rating points. Or rather, the rating point change if I lose rating points. And the best way to have a good rating is to win. And the best way to win is to not have half the time for your chess game. Let's play here. It's exciting. Take. Finding pawns. I don't know, why not b5? There's no rule that says you can't play b5. Okay, f5. Good moves. Great moves. Couldn't be better. Should I get myself forked? It's an idea. It's nothing like a nice fork on a Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning for me right now. I know you guys are all in super crazy time zones, but not me. I'm in the normal time zone. Oh, I did get myself forked. I don't know if you noticed that, but he could have just taken my bishop, and when I captured back, then I'd be all ready to get forked. So that was lucky for me. I think I'll play the capture, actually, and then just the bishop back. The problem with pushing, one problem with pushing, is that it puts the pawn on the same color as my bishop, pawn here, bishop here, which just downgrades the bishop because it can't do as much. I mean, it just defends its own pawn. Another pretty major downside is it closes at the position. I'm playing bishop versus knight here. Bishops can fly across the board in one move, assuming you get the wing upgrade. But knights, they can only jump slowly. So if things are open, bishops are nice and fast and they're better. However, things weren't going to be very open. They were going to be very, very closed. And in those kinds of positions, the knights can be better because they can jump. So I was working on opening the position instead of closing it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. What if I take my own bishop? What happens? So I am willing to take that. And then I'll play... Oh, he took with queen. Didn't expect that, actually. It was a much better move, but I don't expect good moves from my opponent. It seems naive. 28 seconds. Serious business. Oh, I should have seen that coming. It's the most obvious move by far. Oh, stop doing things. Is he going to offer a trade? 19 seconds. I've got to play quicker. That wasn't my smartest move. Please trade again. I just want to end this game. I don't have enough seconds left to finish it any other way. 16 seconds is not enough. Ah. He's going to check me, I think. He'd rather take my stuff for free. Hey, I should go here. Ha ha ha, I get to take this with check. And then this move, 4 seconds left. Let's pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. Two seconds. I lose. I could have drawn that if I hadn't been an idiot, perhaps. So in this position, if I push my pawn, if he pushes, then I can keep pushing here. And then he could go back. And when his king and pawn are like this, then I could go here. Oh, it's tough. Oh, man. My best move was rook take h2 check, but I guess I should have traded my rook for his knight. What an interesting concept. I should not have traded my rook for his knight. While our rook's better, I forgot to read that part in the manual, that rooks are better than knights. Hey, Tony, I'll berserk you. I'm going to play 2 more games here in the marathon. My goal is to win both, and if I do win both, I'm going to celebrate by ending the stream. Let's play another King's Gambit. If I lose one, I will celebrate in a different way. Was that a bad move? What's going on? Let's make sure this pawn doesn't fall. Scary. This is dumb. Does this move work? Yeah, that works great. Play faster. Hey, look at that center I've got right there. That's my best center of the year. I'm extremely excited to kick his knight, but he has this check. So I really have to be careful. Queen h4 check. I think this helped me a lot, this trade that allowed my queen to come up here. Usually you don't want to develop your queen in the opening of the game. I mean, right at the start of the game, it's not like, yes, I need my queen, bring the queen out, but this is the now fork. However, if he draws your queen out with the trade, often the queen ends up on a safe square where it can do things. Should I just take his queen and trade, or should I take more free stuff? It's hard to pass up free stuff. That's a discovery. Let's go here. That was a discovered attack. I discovered the problem, so I'm gonna do something about it. It's gonna take me a few more moves to untangle, but after I'm done, this is gonna be looking good. I think I'm doing great. I just have to settle down a little bit. Maybe one more free piece will do the trick. Or another fork, another rook or something like that. Yeah, I can't pass up a free piece. I should, but I can't. Let's play this. I'm winning by a lot. Bring out my pieces. Offer a trade. He trades. Perfect. Now I'm ahead 2 bishops. That's a lot of bishops. I think it's important not to let his rook get to the 7th rank there. I can deal with the other rook. Yep, this is a win. I can just play g3 if I need to. Or checkmate. Either one, that's great. Okay, Tony, I took you down. Now, one more game, looking for the win here. I'm at 22 points, so let's take a peek. Let's pause this for a moment. Take a peek at our leaders. 584 points. These guys, look at all these games he's played. But our leader right now is paused, which means he's probably sleeping. He is not in the tournament right now. 2nd place is playing. 3rd place, Lance, 5,500. This guy has won marathons in the past, but he's down by 70 points, so he's got to really take it seriously to catch up. These guys are very, very dedicated players. Exciting. I'm going to rejoin the tournament and play one last game. I'm probably not going to win the entire tournament, having just played for 30 minutes inside of it. Oh, good, at 1200. That's perfect. The best move is g3. Grandmasters play this move. It is so good. And then b3. Grandmasters play b3. Maybe not on move 3, but it's a move regularly played by the world's top players. b3. I mean, if you were to interview, say, Hikaru Nakamura, one of the best players in the world, and you're like, hey, what do you think of b3? He would say it was really good. He'd say it's among the best moves on the chessboard. Just so you know. I don't think there's anyone on earth who's both good at chess and willing to say that b3 is an awful move. It's one or the other. What am I doing? d4, 3 attackers? I'm okay. No, it's pinned. Okay, I'll play f3. Yes, if I move all my pawns 1 square, that unlocks the hidden abilities for my bishops. So that's pretty good. Yes, I'm doing it. All the pawns, all the time. Look at this shape I made. Isn't that the best shape? It's the best. That's how I know I'm winning, because I'm making the best shape. Ooh. Let's go here. So now we're kind of in a chess position. I guess I'll pin that. just for fun. It's probably going to move anyway, judging from the numbers. These numbers over here can really impact your level of play. You want to get really good numbers because what I've noticed is that people who have bad numbers, like 1198, I mean, that's not really bad. It takes a lot of work to get a number that's higher than that. But people whose numbers are smaller, it affects their ability to make good moves, and they start playing worse. Like, what did he just do? He just allowed me to take his rook. Of course, he was trying to fork me, so there is that. Knight f4 is going to solve all my problems. Except for my hunger right now. It's not going to solve that, probably. All my other problems are being solved right now. Take. f4 maybe? I like giving him that backward pawn. This pawn cannot advance, so it's a pretty... it's a sitting duck. It's a target I can attack. It can't move forward without some definite deadliness. So now my knight could play here and give it more aggression. Oh no. Didn't consider that. What if I move here? Nope, then this move. So I'm going to play back to protect this pawn. And then I'm going to get forked, which isn't very pleasant. I don't usually wake up in the morning and say, what should I do today? I know I'm going to get forked in the morning. It's the worst time. 22 seconds on my clock. I better not lose this. Now that I consider the possibility of losing, I'm not very happy. I was doing a lot better when I wasn't considering that possibility. I have to take with pawn. Oh no, I don't have to take with pawn, and I lose my other rook. I will have 0 rook again, too. Let's play the queen here. 15 seconds for the whole game. Is that even doable? All this time I could have trapped his bishop? That's a move I like. Man, I'm gonna have nothing left after this tactic. Not even any seconds on my clock. He didn't see it. Let's trap the bishop. Ooh, that helps a lot. Make some threats here. Some checkmates, maybe. Win a queen. Oh, that turned around so fast. Man, if he had just played bishop takes e1, I would have been dead. But instead he gave me the free rook, and then he made some moves that helped me out considerably. Three seconds on my clock. 3 seconds on his clock. And I win by 2 seconds. I win by 2 seconds. Oh, fantastic. I need to rewind back here and see how early I could have played b4 to trap his bishop. Look at this. As soon as he plays b6, I could have played b4 and trapped the bishop. It can't move, and I could just take it for free. That's not on the screen for most of the game. I know you decent chess players have been really pulling your hair out over that. Instead, I make blunder after blunder after blunder. And look how bad this position gets. Like in this position, if instead of moving his rook where I could take it, it's black's turn here. It's like, what should I do? Should I take a free rook, or should I move my rook where he can take it? Oh, also 50-50. I guess it doesn't matter. He goes rook f8. Wow, if he had just taken this, he'd be ahead a full rook plus like 45 seconds to 1. I don't even know. Really bad clock situation. But then after, and of course I should have just trapped a bishop, but I was in a hurry. And then after this, I'm suddenly ahead by a piece. Wow, that was a lucky escape for me. All right, so that's the tournament. You guys still, if you're watching live, can jump over this. Just go to lichess.org and you can join this tournament right now. I was able to pull 25 points out in about 40 minutes. So that's your goal. Play for 40 minutes. Try to get 25 points or more. It's not easy. You got to do a lot of berserking and only a little losing. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next week, what's it going to be? Next week at this time? 43 minutes ago on Sunday, 3 p.m. GMT, we're going to be playing Clean House Crazy. It's a Crazy House variant. Crazy House is already a variant where if you you're going to add pieces to the board that you've taken. But clean house crazy is a variant of a variant, which says that if you want to add a piece to the board, that's too bad. Until you have at least 2 in your pocket. After you've captured 2 opposing pieces, then you can start adding them. But when you start, you can't stop. You have to clean the whole house. It's a very interesting crazy house variant where when you start adding pieces, you must add a piece every move until you've added all the pieces you can add. So we're going to try that out next week with the viewership. So if you want to try that game with me, I'll see you next time. That'll be Sunday at 3 p.m. GMT. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.